Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen. I know you guys have probably been missing me the last few days, but I thought I'd come on today. I found a new recipe, and I thought I'd come on and do it for you. Since I haven't had my lunch yet, it sounded like a real good recipe. And I've already done did the rice earlier in my quick cooker, so it's taken care of. And it was only a cup and a half of rice, but with the water and everything, it swells right up, and it makes it seem like there's a lot more. So this will go back in there when I get everything else done. So I wanted to get that, and that was done in the quick cooker, and I wanted to get it done ahead of time. We'll get people in here, and then I can start. How's everybody's day going, and what's your weather like right now? We're kind of on the rainy side. We're getting a little rain. You know, we're going to get rain pretty much every day this week, I guess. So it's going to be rainy. There's not a whole heck of a lot I can do about it, but it is what it is. So I thank everybody for coming in and sharing out and oh, sunny and cool. Okay. And where are you at? Where are you located at? Because you're in Sacramento. Wow. I didn't realize they got that cool in Sacramento. I thought they stayed pretty warm, but I guess, well, this is wintertime after all. So I'm here in Oregon, and we can get quite cool. You don't get any snow there, do you? Hi, good to see you. Welcome. You don't get any snow there, do you, in Sacramento? Because I know some parts of California do get snow. Being that I'm not that much versed in snow, cool is 63. To me, that's nice. That's real nice weather. Very rarely. That's what I kind of figured. We can get it here where I'm at, but not very often either. I'm not in the part of Oregon where we get a lot of snow. Eastern Oregon, like in Medford, Grants Pass, places like that get a lot of snow. But we don't get it here in this. I'm in the southwest part of Oregon, so we don't get that much snow. So thankful for that. But so how's your day going otherwise? Have you got your day all planned out, and you got your meal planned out for tonight? What you're going to do? Let me wash my hands real quick. What you're going to do? What you're going to make for supper? Thank you for everybody coming in, and welcome. Welcome. I don't see some of my regular viewers in here, but those that are in here, thank you anyway. I hear you. Yep, see snow in the mountains. As I always say, it can stay in the mountains. Leave it up there, because I wouldn't want it now. I used to live close to Portland, and you could see Mount Hood on I-5, from I-5, and I always see the snow on it, and I think, well, it can stay there, because I don't want it on the ground. As long as it stays in the mountains, it's beautiful in the mountains. The snow is really pretty, but they can keep the snow. They can have it. I don't want it at all, period. Keep the snow away from me. I hate snow. I never have liked snow. I bet so. I bet so. That, I understand that. I really do. I bet you do. Just you get cold just thinking about it, or just even looking at it. You don't even have to go up to the top of the mountain. You just look at it. You just look at it on the ground and get cold. I can certainly understand that. I probably would too. I don't like snow. I don't like driving in it. So I kind of stay out of it as much as I can. Pushing this back so it won't fall off. Hi, good to see you, Keen. Welcome. I try to stay out of it as much as I can, because I don't like driving in it. Because driving in it is hard for me, because I'm not used to driving in the snow. I don't like to drive in the snow. And if I have to drive in it, I tell you, I drive really, 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 really slow. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I drive in the snow really, really slow. It's so slow. People are honking at me because I'm driving so slow. But sometimes people will go so fast because they're not aware of how slippery it really is. Where is there snow? Well, there isn't any right here. Right where I'm at, I don't have any idea where the snow's at. Probably, the East Coast has probably got snow. They can keep it. It does. It does sound good. They can keep it on the East Coast. In the mountains, there's snow. You got Mount Hood's probably got snow on it. You got Mount St. Helens has got snow on it in Washington State. That's the one where the volcano blew in 1981. I had some rice left over, so I think It's supposed to be jasmine rice, and I think it is jasmine rice, but it was the white rice instead of the brown. So I said, since I've got brown rice, but I want to use this up first. So you can see I did 1.5 cups, and I used a little bit more water than it called for. And hi, good to see you, welcome. And they only said 1.5 cups of water, but that's not enough water for 1.5 cups of rice because the rice soaks it all up. So it only cooked for 3 minutes on manual, but on custom. But I thought I better add an extra, 1.5 cups of water, and it soaked every bit of that up, and I fluffed it up. So that's why it looks like it does. I fluffed it up before I took it out of my pot. Now I didn't wash my pot out. I just rinsed it because everything's going to go back in here again. The rice included. It's going to go back in here. I'm going to have a nice meal out of it. So I'm going to get this going a little bit. Yes, I cooked it in my quick cooker. This has got a stainless steel pot in it that I cooked it into. Right now it's got my oil in it, but this is what I cooked it in. You can see. And I just cook it in there. Oh, I know. I can't wait to make it. It's going to be awesome. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to set this for sear and start getting this warm so that we can, so I don't have to wait too long for it to heat up, because I got to get the oil heated up before I can do everything else, so that I can tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Let's see. Okay, I got to figure out where I'm at here. Okay. Add the garlic and the ginger and saute for a few minutes. So I don't have any, well, I do. I've got some fresh ginger, but I didn't want to do anything with it. So I'm just going to use ground ginger. I figure that's going to have to work because I don't feel like grating ginger. That takes a long time to do, and I don't like doing it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just put ground ginger in. I think it'll work just as well. Yeah, you got that right. Grating is so hard. The last time I grated the ginger, it took me a long time to even get a teaspoon. Now it says 1/2 tablespoon. Well, that's an awful lot. It'd take a long time to get it because you got to peel it back and you got to grate it. And I don't want to bother with that. So I'm just going to forget it and just use the ground ginger. I figure it doesn't matter. Ginger is ginger, but I'm trying to get this oil heated up so I can put the, and I've got 4 cloves of garlic, I think 3 cloves of garlic here, a pretty good size. This is the Pampered Chef quick cooker. This is different than, it's the same as an Instant Pot. Hi, Natalie, good to see you. It's the same as the Instant Pot. It works the same as the Instant Pot. Only the concept is a little bit different. The concept is the same, but the wording is different. So I'm going to put my garlic in here. You can hear this is starting to sizzle, so I'm going to put this in here. And then I'm going to put the ginger in here. Whoa, I keep tipping it over. I'll just do that. There we go. And get me a... This is the Pampered Chef quick cooker. This is going to get a little bit of glazed on the bottom, but I'm not going to... Then add carrot, green peas, and pepper. Saute for another minute. Okay. I'm just going to saute for a little bit here. I didn't even set the time. Okay, it kind of fits it off the bottom. And then I'm going to... And my vegetables that I got, I couldn't find frozen peas and carrots together. So this has got beans, corn, carrots, and peas. And I'll just use this. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. So I think this will be okay. I did not have frozen peas and carrots together. I don't know why I couldn't find any. So this is this is the closest I could find. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and use this. It doesn't really matter as long as you got your 1/2 cup. So it's going to make it kind of pretty anyway. So now it says add the oil to the, add in chopped onion and spring onion. Okay, once oil is hot, add garlic and, add in the chopped onion and spring onion whites. Okay. Okay, chopped onion. Here's my chopped onion. And I don't have a spring onion, but I'll just get the, I just got a regular green onion. I figured that would work. And I didn't cut up I've got 3 stalks of these. You just got to cut, just use the whites. I'm going to cut a little bit off of here. And just put the white in here. And leave the green separate, because the green's got to go on top. Didn't cut that back too good. That's pretty much, isn't much on that one. You want to, yeah. Probably do a little bit more on here to keep the green off. There we go. Save this for the top. Okay, now, and then the sauteing this for a little bit. Welcome to everybody that's coming in. Hi, Lisa. I didn't see you there. Welcome. This ought to be a good recipe. This ought to be a real good recipe. I like the looks of it. I cooked my rice before I came in here. Kind of save time because you gotta let it cook, and then you gotta let it go natural and stuff. And I thought, well, I'll just cook it before I come in here and have it done. Okay, carrot. Then add your carrots, your green peas, and your pepper. Okay, and that's a half a cup of this. So I'm just gonna use this at half a cup. And I'm going to have, like I said, I've got green beans and stuff in here too, but it doesn't really matter because I couldn't find any with just carrots and peas. So I've got green beans in here as well. I don't think it's going to really matter. It's just a half a cup anyway. Pretty close. Okay. Now I add my pepper, and this is half of a red bell pepper. And I use the quick slice for that. Stir in the pineapple chunks and cook for 1 more minute. Okay. And I have to have a cup and a half of this, but I'm not sure how much. If I'm going to measure this out, I'll probably just pour them all in there. I don't know about the juice, but I'm going to add it with, and probably if I get the juice in here, I don't know what that's going to do. It doesn't say to drain the juice off. So I'm just going to add them all like this. There's not much juice in there anyway. I'll just add it. I had to buy these here because I didn't have these. So I'll just add that. I don't think it's going to matter that much anyway. Nah. Isn't that much juice. And this will kind of get it off the bottom. I'm going to cook for a minute, and then I have to push all the veggies to the side and add the soy sauce. So I'll just cook this for a little bit and kind of get that moisture out of there a little bit. Welcome to everybody that's come in. I probably shouldn't have put the juice in there, but it didn't say to drain it either. So there wasn't that much juice. So I just put it in here. And I can't take it out now that it's in here, so we'll see how it's going to look. So maybe it'll be okay anyway. Everything will be all soaked up. I think I'll let this cook for a little bit longer than a minute. Try to get that juice cooked out of there for a little bit. It was in juice. I guess it was. And I probably shouldn't put the syrup in there. They didn't say to drain it off, and I probably should have. I should have drained it off before I opened up when I open up the can. But I figured there isn't that much. You can see there isn't an awful lot. There's enough probably. I'm just going to let it cook down just a little bit to try to get that juice cooked down out of there. I've never made this before, so I'm going to make a few mistakes here and there, and I try not to. But if I make a few mistakes, I'm only human after all. So we're only human, and we're going to make mistakes. But with this in here, the rice will soak it up anyway. The rice will soak it all up because we know rice does soak the things up. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the soy sauce in here. It says 2.5 tablespoons. So I'll probably put 3 just on the safe side. And this is the liquid aminos. And I'm going to shut this off. Cancel that. Now I'm going to put the rice in here, and the rice is going to soak everything up. And you want to get the rice all coated with your soy sauce. You want to get everything all coated. So it's going to soak up that moisture anyway. And I'm just going to stir it around to try to get everything. As you can see, it's soaking it right up. So maybe it's a good thing I did put that in there. And I can always add more soy sauce. If I feel it doesn't have enough, I can always add more to kind of, because I think probably maybe the juice might have masked the flavor a little bit. So I can always add a little bit more in here. Wow, this smells good. This is awesome. And this looks good too. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more soy sauce in here, I think. Just gonna put some in here and whoa. And just see if it'll soak it up. It won't matter because this is liquid aminos. There we go. Because I'm afraid that juice probably from the pineapple may have masked the flavor of the soy sauce. Okay, there we go. Now that's a little better. Oh yeah, much better. Since I added the juice, I thought I better just... And then you garnish it with the onion when you get it done. And this is a simple recipe. That's all there is to it. No more than this. I'm gonna plug this. This is all there is. All right, this is coated with the... Add white pepper. Well, didn't get the white pepper powder, and I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna add some salt though. I didn't put some salt in here, so I can add a little bit of salt. And I got to see how much salt it says to add. Let's see. It says salt to taste. Well, I don't know how much that would be, so. Let's see what you said. Who needs a restaurant? These recipes at home are so easy. You're right. Yeah, I wish we had smell-o-scope too. Hi, Missy. Good to see you. Sorry I missed your scope yesterday. Somebody keeps claiming to be you, Missy, and wanting to message me on Pinterest, and I know it's not you because it's my picture. So I'm just ignoring it. I'm just going to ignore it, and when they keep coming up, I'm just going to delete. I'm just going to decline it. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. I'm not. It's somebody's trying to be funny. It's my crazy stalker. He's after me again. He does that every once in a while. He gets real, wants to message me. I know. Let me pull this away just a minute. It's somebody that knows who my followers are and finding their names and putting my picture onto it, and they're wanting to message me. And I know it's not going to be a very good message. So I just completely ignoring it. Completely ignoring it. And I'm going to take and I'm going to put this up on top. There's not much of the onion. You don't need very much. And I'll take this. No, I'll let you see it. I'll sit the thing down and I'll let you see it. This was a simple recipe. I had already cooked the rice, Missy, before I came in here, so I didn't have to cook it when I hit go live. I didn't have to cook it, so I thought I'd ought to cook it already. So, what do you think? Does that look good or does it not look good? What do you think? Would you make this? And this is supposed to be a recipe for two. Well, it's going to go further than that. I'm going to have a few days eating on this. Doesn't this look good? And if you're going to indulge me, let me get a spoon or a fork. Well, I got a fork right here, and let me try it and see what it tastes like. Oh, you love pineapple? I've never had it. I've never had it. It does, doesn't it? And I was trying to just get carrots and peas frozen, but they don't have them two together. So what I got was this. It's got your corn, beans, peas, and carrots. I thought, well, that'll be okay. I'll just have a little extra beans, and I'll have corn in it too. And I don't think that's really going to matter much, but that looks awesome. Look at that. Oh man, let me take a fork and let me try to taste this. See what it tastes like. See, make sure it's got enough. It's got enough seasoning on it. This is awesome. This is awesome. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? And you can use white rice, brown rice. It says jasmine rice, but use whatever jasmine rice you have. I bought some new jasmine rice, which is brown rice. I want to use whatever I had up. So I don't like to open a new one until I get the other used up. So I think it was white rice, so I just went ahead and used it. But look at that. Doesn't that look good? Yeah, forget the Chinese restaurant. You're right. This is better than any Chinese restaurant anyway. This is awesome. That looks so freaking good. I mean, I'm really pleased with this recipe. I really am. I just can't believe it's as good as it is. Let me put it into a bowl. I'll just take one of these bowls here and we'll put some in here. There's my sweetie. You come in, sweetie, just after it's already been made. but it looks so freaking good. This is these cereal bowls I got for Christmas, but I think I'm gonna put this in here, and this will be my lunch. I thought you could see it better if I put some in here, and it came out so freaking good. There, put that, and I'll sit this back. Now, would you make this? What do you think of that? This looks awesome. That looks so good. It tastes good too. Oh man. Hi Alexis, good to see you. Here is my pineapple fried rice. What I did is I did the rice before I came in here in the quick cooker, set it aside, and then I put everything in it. I got pineapple chunks. Hi, good to see you. Got red pepper, half of a red pepper in here. Got some garlic in here. Got ginger in here. Got and the vegetables are supposed to be carrots and peas, but I couldn't find the carrots and peas by themselves together. So they had beans and peas, corn and carrots in a bag. I thought, nah, I'll just use that. I'll probably change it the next time. Oh, yes, I should have taken the pineapple juice and left it out. And this is awesome. It tastes real good. And look at this. This has got a real good flavor. It tastes very, very good. It's something that I've never made before. And I wanted to try something new. You know me. And when I saw this up on Pinterest, which, I get all my recipes from Pinterest, I thought, I'm going to try this. There's what it looks like in the bowl. Doesn't that look good? Look at that. That looks awesome. Of course, you can't see the peas in here, but they're there. The peas and stuff are in here because this is what I use for those. Awesome, James. Good to have you into my scopes. I do this, try to do it Monday through Friday. I don't get on here every day, but I thought I'd come in here today and do a recipe. And thank you for the super hearts, by the way. And I thought I'd come in here today and do this. And I've already tasted this. This is really good. It calls for jasmine rice, and I think what I had was jasmine rice, but it was white rice, which I don't like that over the brown too much. So I'm just going to use it up first. Very good rice. And I'm glad that I could come in here and make a recipe. Oh, she is doing a lot better. The only thing that I have to do every day in the middle of the night, if she needs to go out, I have to take a plastic bag, and this is what I've done. I took the top of a storage bag or a freezer bag, whichever the case might be, cut the top off where you zip it closed, cut that off. I put that on around her leg and take the excess and wrap it around, and then I use a rubber band to hold it there because she cannot get her bandage wet. I've got to take her in Thursday so they can change it again. I have to drop her off and then go pick her up later. So they're going to change it again. But she hops on 3 legs, and it's just like she, doesn't even have a leg. She's used to it. But it's hard to have to do this all the time. In the middle of the night, I'm half asleep, and I got to come out and put the kitchen light on and wrap her leg up and wait for her to come back in. And then instead of sitting still for me to take it off, she runs to her bed. So I got to run into her bed, take the plastic bag off. Because I can't leave it on all the time. They told me you can't leave it on because you got to let the bandage breathe. Otherwise, I would leave it on. Because it's a hassle to have to take it on and put it off all the time. Oh, she's doing great. She doesn't stay in her bed so much now. She's eating real good. She barks up a storm. When I came home from Walmart, she was barking up a storm. So she's doing fine. I just have to make sure before I let the other 2 out that she's ready to go out herself, or she'll go right out the door. Yes, she is. She's doing real good, and I'm glad of that. She's got her leg is way up in the air. They taped it way up in the air, and she acts like she doesn't have it. She's only got 3 legs, and she does a real good job hopping on 3 legs. I'm kind of glad it's the back, one of the back legs, and not the front, because she can balance. If you have your front leg and you can't walk on it and you have to hop, then you lose your balance a little bit better, or a little easier. You can't walk as well, but she can walk real well. She's hopping around. She hops around like a bunny rabbit, and I left her out before I came in here, so she should be good to go. Somebody wanted. Well, you got to be careful. My daughter will only talk to those that she really knows. So if she doesn't know you, that is my daughter, by the way, Mustafa. So if she doesn't know you, she's going to be a little leery of talking to you on Facebook or Instagram. See, there she's so soft, and I don't blame her. You got to be very careful nowadays. There's a lot of bad people on the internet, and unless you know them, you don't want to follow them or anything like that. I've had people want me to follow them. Well, I don't know them, and I have to get to know them. If they scope a little bit more, and I come in their periscopes, then I would know who they are, and I would follow them. Just like a little bit ago on Pinterest, somebody Missy Mouse wanting to message me on Pinterest, and it was my picture. What? That's not Missy Mouse. I know who she is. And I said, nope, I'm not going to, So you got to be real careful. So she has to get to know people first. So if you want to say anything, if you have any reason to talk, just comment back in here or whatever. If you've got a question to ask, just comment in here. But don't ask somebody to follow you on Facebook or Instagram, because that's not right. The world is crazy. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Wow. Down to 2:15. Awesome. We're just walking, eating, Subway, and juicing. Well, I don't know about how you're managing to lose with the Subway. You got to be real careful in some of that stuff. I don't eat Subway, but I do go to Burger King once in a while. Well, I shouldn't say once in a while. I've been haven't been in there but a couple times. But they have what they call the Impossible Burger, and they can make it vegan for you. So when I go in there, I tell them I want a vegan Impossible Burger. No cheese, no mayonnaise on it, and it is absolutely delicious. And they got them 2 for $6 right now. For how long, I don't know. My daughter was telling me that the other day, so I need to get in there and get some more. And you just tell them that you want it vegan, and they will make it vegan for you. And if you don't want it grilled, just tell them you want it microwaved, because you don't want to get all that stuff from the other meats into it. If you don't want the taste of the other meats into it, just tell them you want it microwaved. That's what I did. Told them put it in the microwave, and they'll do it for you. And they no questions asked, and it is delicious. I mean, it is huge. But they have them 2 for $6 now. So, but I don't go out to eat very much. My family did take me out to a restaurant on my birthday last Wednesday called Cornbread Cafe, and it's a vegan restaurant. I've never had tempeh before. I wasn't quite familiar with it, but they had a chicken fried tempeh on the menu. So I thought I'll try that with gravy, and they had macaroni and onion cheese, they call it, and you could have 2 sides. So I had French fries, and the mac and cheese was my side, and that was the best meal I've had in a long time. Oh my goodness, it was so delicious. I can't believe it. The gal that was waiting on us, she said she's been a vegan 5 years. Oh yes, quinoa. It was so good. My son says, well, I want to come here for Ashley's birthday. And of course, my granddaughter says, well, what if I don't want to come here for my birthday? Because her birthday is March 23rd. So he wants to go there and eat for her birthday. Well, he may have to forego that. Oh yeah, I know. I didn't know what it was. And you know something? It looked just like chicken, and it tastes just like chicken, but it was vegan. Oh, it was so good, and we got so much of it. I mean, one big plate, and I was stuffed. And then my daughter-in-law says, well, it's her birthday. Let's try a peanut butter pie. She asked me if I wanted to try a peanut butter pie. I said, sure. So she said, well, let's have 3 pieces of, there was 5 of us, but she said, well, let's just take 3 pieces of peanut butter pie. By the time we got it, I couldn't hardly eat it. She says, you want a full piece or half a piece? I said, no, just half a piece. I can't eat that. Yeah, I can't eat any more than that. I was stuffed by the time I got home, but it was so good. I can't believe it. And this restaurant is real, real small, but they really get the business. I guess they opened up another one in another part of Eugene in Springfield. They opened up another one. So they've been around a while, but it was so good. And so if you can find a vegan restaurant in your area, go for it. Not everybody can have those, but they're starting to get a lot of them here now, and I'm kind of glad, because I had picked that restaurant when I talked to them. I chose that restaurant because I knew that it was vegan, and I never had their food before, but it was enjoyable. It really was. Being with my family was awesome, and my daughter-in-law even went to Trader Joe's and got me some treats and brought me back some flowers and everything, and gave them to me. So I thought that was nice too. But It was real nice spending a what little time I did with them. It was awesome, you know. Now, the next birthday we celebrate will be my granddaughter's. You want a bologna? Well, I don't eat bologna. I don't eat bologna. Bologna is pig, and I don't eat that. I'm a vegan, so, but if you want to eat that, that's fine. I'm not telling anybody in here that you have to become vegan, because that's not what I do. I tell you that, is it tofu turkey? Oh, yeah, tofu. Yeah. I love tofu, even though there's no taste to it, but you can mix, you know, veggies with it and flavor it up that way. I made a tofu scramble. Vegan scrambled eggs is tofu, which I made on here once. It's awesome. I may have them for breakfast tomorrow, but it's really awesome. But I love, this is what I just made. This is what it looks like in here. No, I've only been a vegan a little bit more than 3 years, and people have asked me how long. And I'm not quite remembering when I first started this, because at the time I started this, I was 250 pounds, and I says, I've got to do something about my weight. It's spiraling out of control, and I was afraid it was going to get bigger. So I decided, well, I better start eating a little bit healthier and cut out my meat and everything. But I don't recommend everybody doing what I did. I cut all the meat and the cheese and the milk and everything out all at once. I just went cold turkey. Never heard of it. I never heard of it, so I really don't. You're asking me a question that I'm unfamiliar with. That what really is that? I suppose I could look it up, but I've never heard of it. You guys come up with so many great ideas in here. Give me stuff to think about. Yeah, scrapple is pig. Well, no, I'm not. I'm a vegan and I don't eat pork. That's one of the worst things you can eat anyway. So if they're saying, tell me, thank you for telling me that, because I don't want anything to do with it. Nope, want nothing to do with it. Those that don't know what veganism is, vegans are people are plant-based. We don't eat meat, we don't drink dairy milk, we don't eat cheese, and we don't eat fish. It's all plant-based. That's what vegan is. So if when you bring pig and that stuff in here, I don't try it. I don't eat it at all. I used to. Some, but until I became a Seventh-day Adventist, then I stopped eating that altogether. But I don't eat meat now at all, and I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. And this, you don't have to have meat to eat this. This is real good, and you don't have to be a vegan to like this either, because this is good anyway. Without being, because everything I make is for non-vegans alike. So if you're a non-vegan and you say, "Oh, I can't try that," yes, you can. You don't have to be a vegan to like it. There's a lot of things I make. I tell you how it's originally made and what I substituted it for. That you're right. They aren't. You're absolutely right. They're not healthy. They're fish and chicken soy. Yeah, they are. Liquid aminos can't. Yes, they are salty. They're a little too salty, but I don't taste it now in here because I used the pineapple juice from the pineapple, and I probably should have drained it off. But so I had to add a little bit more liquid aminos. So I put a little bit more in when it called for. But this is a natural soy alternative. Yes, it is. Chicken is very unhealthy. Yeah, it's not a healthy food at all. If you know how the processing goes, you would just cringe. But I'm not going to say anything against those that eat it, because my daughter's not a vegan. She eats it. She eats hamburger. So I'm not going to say that you can't have it, but I just don't want to eat it because it's just not, it's not healthy enough. You got to be so careful what you put into your body nowadays. I mean, our bodies are the temple of God, and we got to be careful that we don't put something in it that can destroy our bodies. But I used to eat a lot of chicken, so I won't say anything against it because I ate a lot of it. I wouldn't eat it now, but I always ate a lot of chicken. I ate a little bit of fish, but not much. I ate more beef than I did chicken. But I don't eat that either. I get your vegan, your Beyond Meat is what I use. Anything that I can for beef, like Beyond Meat is good. Griller crumbles, they're good. And I put them in recipes that call for meat, and it comes out really good. Like spaghetti. I'll make spaghetti with Beyond Meat instead of actual beef. And you can put it in the quick cooker, and it'll come out fantastic. You don't have to be vegan to like any of the foods that I fix. In fact, I prefer that you continue to eat the way you're eating, and maybe you'll like this sometime, and you'll try to eat, and you'll try to go vegan sometime. But you don't have to be vegan to like anything that I fix. And I'm not making you go vegan. I don't, that's not me. I don't want anybody, tree bark. Tree bark. Well, I don't know about that, because the way I'm eating is very healthy, because I'm eating plant-based. I'm eating your fruits and veggies. Probably need to eat a little bit more, like tomatoes, eat celery, carrots. I don't know about tree bark. Tree bark is not that. I wouldn't eat tree bark, but people have a misconception of what plant-based really is. Plant-based basically is anything that grows on the ground. What God gave us in the Garden of Eden. Anything that you can put in the ground for seed, like tomatoes, your corn, peas, beans, your cucumbers, your mangoes, anything like that you grow into the ground, that's plant-based, and it's organic, that has not been, polluted with your chemicals, your wheat chemicals, or your, other kind of chemicals. That's basically what plant-based is. And I try to buy organic as much as I can. It's not always possible because of my financial situation. But this, I can't believe, this is from Bragg. And anybody that shops at Walmart, they are now carrying this, which I am totally surprised. I think I might have gotten this at Amazon a long time ago, but now I can get it at Walmart, because they do carry this. They're starting to carry a lot of things now. A lot of organic. You like your almond flour, your tapioca flour. They don't carry the arrowroot, however. I have to get that at Amazon. But they're carrying a lot of organic foods, and they're catering to the ones that can't eat meat, which is awesome. There's Erlene. I wondered where you were, sis. Yes, they are. Liquid aminos are at Walmart, which is awesome. Here's my recipe. Here's what I made, Erlene, and I'll tell you what I put in it. I figured you were. What I did with this recipe, Erlene, is that I cooked the rice in the quick cooker first. This is what it looks like. You can't see the peas in mine, but they're there. Now, I'm supposed to get peas and corn, but they didn't just have peas and corn, so I got this. So you got beans, and, and that's supposed to be peas and carrots, but I got beans and corn in there too, so I got 4 vegetables, so it doesn't matter. But this is what it looks like. But it's got, I'll tell you what it has in it. It's got jasmine rice, a cup and a half of that, with a cup and a half of water. Well, I figured a cup and a half of water to a cup and a half of jasmine rice is not enough, because if you cook rice enough on the stove, you know how it takes that liquid and it really soaks it up. So I put 3 cups of water in it, and I'm glad I did, because when it got done on 3 minutes, it was nice. And I just fluffed it up and set it aside in a bowl. And then it was 2 tablespoons of sesame oil that went into the bottom of my pot. 3 to 4 garlics, cloves minced. 1/2 tablespoon of grated ginger. Well, I didn't want to bother grating my ginger, so I just used ground ginger. I figured, well, I'll get by a little easy this time. 1 small onion chopped, and I used my chopper. 3 stalks of spring onion, and I just had 3 of the green onions, and I just took those and used the whites of those, and then put the green on top. 1/2 cup mix of carrots and peas, but like I said, I used it has beans, corn, peas, and carrots. 1 1/4 cups of pineapple chunks. Well, I used the whole can of pineapple chunks, because I don't think there's that much more in there. And I put the juice in too, which I probably should have drained it out. Yeah, me too. And 2.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I think I used a little bit more, because I used the juice of the pineapple chunks. I probably should have left it out, but I knew the rice was going to soak it up. So I used a little bit more than 2.5 on this. So my suggestion, use the pineapple chunks, drain them off first, which I should have done. Anyway, and 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper powder, which I did not use. My daughter says, Mom, you don't want that. It's real hot. But so I put a little bit of salt in it too. So this is what it looks like, and it's really good. I've tasted it already. It's cooled down now a little bit more. Let me taste a little bit more. But it is really good. This is going to be a good meal. I'm gonna give me a little bit here. Really good. That pineapple with the rice, awesome. Isn't that good? Look at that. It's awesome. Really, really good. It didn't take much to make it. Only 3 minutes for the rice. I didn't have to cook anything else. Just put it all on sear and let it go for a little bit. And then I put the rice in at the end and with a soy sauce, and it comes out really good. And like I said, this is supposed to be jasmine rice. I'm not sure if it's jasmine rice I used because I had some left over and I want to get it used. I do have tofu. I do have tofu in my refrigerator, but I'm going to eat this just the way this is. The tofu I got in my refrigerator, I'm saving for my scrambled eggs because I make a scrambled egg. I did it in here before. That takes silken tofu and it takes a firm, extra firm, or firm tofu, whichever you decide to get. It takes one of each to make the scrambled eggs, and I'm going to make those for breakfast tomorrow. Not on here because I've already made them on here, but that's what I'm saving my tofu for, is to make the scrambled eggs. And I've got the kala namak, the Indian salt. It's a pink salt. They call it black salt, but it's not black. It's pink. But it's a kala namak, which gives it that eggy flavor. Oh, he loves the just egg. I've had it, but I'm not real happy with that too much, Erlene. What kind of eggs? I don't make real eggs. What I do is I use tofu. I use tofu and scramble it and use kala namak and put spices and stuff in it, and it ends up being scrambled eggs. It's made just like scrambled eggs. But it doesn't have eggs in it. It just has tofu, and it is really good. And I use turmeric, or if you want to pronounce it turmeric, whatever. Gives it that yellow color. It really is really good. I made it before on here. Oh, it's been a while back now, but it comes out really good. And I can show you that kala namak. It's really weird looking. They call it black salt, but it's actually pink. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. And this happens to be an Indian delicacy. This is an Indian delicacy. It's called black salt, but you can see it's pink. Kala namak. It doesn't take very much. And it says use this before February 2023. Well, that's no problem. It's on 2020. I can't use this up 3 years or something wrong with me. But anyway, you don't use much at a time. But this stuff is really good. It gives you that, gives it that eggy flavor. Because this it smells like sulfur. That's why people use this, because it smells like sulfur. My husband has an aunt that when we went to her house once in Indiana, she had water that tasted just like sulfur. Oh, it was strong. Oh my goodness. Sulfur water. Ugh. And I smelled this and it's real strong. But once you get it into the tofu, it doesn't seem to be too bad. Because you don't use very much of it for the recipe, but it's just enough to give it that eggy flavor, and they were really, really good. Because tofu itself doesn't have a flavor. It's not until you start adding things to it, like veggies or what have you, that it can start, that you can flavor it up. Because if you eat it by itself, you're not going to have a taste. So you have to put turmeric in it. You have to put, you call it nutritional yeast I put into it. You put different things in it to give it the flavor and flavor it up. And it comes out really great. And I'm going to make it again because I love that scrambled eggs. Because I like those once in a while for breakfast. Because I get tired of always eating toast or cereal. So I'll probably fix those for myself tomorrow morning for breakfast. But this here, this is really good. It's absolutely delicious. I love the taste of it. And it's called pineapple fried rice. And I've never had pineapple and fried rice together. I'm going to post this up on my vegan page. And I'm also going to put it up on the Facebook page of the Quick Cooker, because they have a Facebook page as well, and it always has to get approved, but they'll probably approve it within a short period of time. And because I get a lot of comments on the recipes I do in the Quick Cooker, because some of those they don't even know exist until I start posting my recipe on there, and then they want to try it. So that's why I'm doing this. I'll post this up on the vegan page, and you guys can try it. And try Erlene's too, because I've tried a few of Erlene's, and Erlene's are really good. There's Nikki. Hi to see you, Nikki. Look at my pineapple fried rice. It is really good. It didn't take very long. I put the rice in the Quick Cooker before I came in here. I put it on manual for 3 minutes because that's what they said to do. And it called for a cup and a half of fried rice, or half a cup and a half of rice. But I put in 3 cups of water because I know how rice will soak the water up. And it's a good thing I did, because when I got it out, it would have stuck to the skillet, or it would have stuck to the bottom if I hadn't. So I fluffed it up, and I got out what I could. Because if I'd only used a cup and a half, that would have been burnt. Even at 3 minutes, it would have been burnt. So I'm glad I used 3 cups of water. But it did. It came out really good. And it tastes good, too. But you can use white rice, brown rice, whatever rice you have. I'm just trying to use up the rice I have. I think the rice I've got is jasmine rice, but I think it's similar to white rice. I've got some jasmine brown rice up in my cupboard, and I'm going to use that when this other's is gone. I'm going to use it up first. But I do like rice dishes, and this is a good one. I'm going to make this one again because it's simple enough to make. Doesn't take very long. You take the rice and cook it, and then you take it out and you add everything else, saute it for a little bit or sear it, whatever. Put your rice back in there with your soy sauce and stir it around, and there you got it. It made a real good meal, and it's absolutely awesome. It flavored everything up. It looks really good, and it tastes good too. So I'm sure that you guys are going to want to try this. I'm hoping that you do anyway. Try it and see if you're going to like it. I know my daughter, she takes the quick cooker. She does a lot of slow cookers with it. 4 to 6 hours. She'll put something in it and slow cook it for that long. I mean, the quick cooker is good for that too. I don't use it for that because it's just me. But I wanted to make something in the quick cooker I haven't made in there in a while. And I thought, well, I'll make this in there and see how it comes out. And I used the half of a red pepper, and I used the quick slice for that. Chopper for the onions, and my garlic press for the garlic. There was 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. You can't ever have enough garlic in anything, it makes it flavors it right up. So I'm going to go for now so I can eat this, because I got a few dishes to wash and I want to get them done. So I want to eat this now. So I'll try to come back in tomorrow with another recipe, God willing. So until we meet again, I hope you all have a great and wonderful day. Take care, God bless, and bye-bye.